Good morning or good afternoon or good evening to everyone, and welcome back to another vlog on the channel where, as you can see, I'm not at a theme park, I'm in my room. But this is about 2 weeks after I've done the trip now, and I've just gone through everything and I've realised I never actually did an intro to this video, and you'll see why in a minute, and it'll probably get explained in the video as well, but I'll just explain it again now anyway. We're doing a little trip. We're going to 6 different destinations all across the south coast of the UK. Starting from Brighton Pier, ending all the way in Portsmouth in Clarence Pier. But what we did is we did Brighton Pier on the Saturday, stayed overnight, and then did the other 5 on the Sunday. So it kind of got a little bit jumbled up of when I was going to start the vlog and when I was going to finish the vlog and everything like that. But I never did an intro, so this is the intro for it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, this is very much just a creds trip we wanted to get across the south. I think there's a total of 10 creds, but we'd already got one, which was Turbo at Brighton about a month ago. So it was technically a 9 cred trip, which we cancelled due to weather last time, but luckily the weather was really good. But yeah, tune in, enjoy the video, and here's me at Brighton Pier. So you were just in the start of the vlog in the car because it's a bit chaotic at Brighton, to be honest. It's just taken us 4 hours to get here today. It's currently Saturday. The start of the vlog will be from tomorrow, which is Sunday, where we're going to do the full tour from, I can't remember where we got Littlehampton, I think it is, all the way across to Portsmouth, where we're going to be visiting 5 different parks and doing 8 creds. But we've come to Brighton because it's my friend's birthday first. And they've all gone back to go and get ready, and we thought we'll come and give the Crazy Mouse a go, which we didn't get to do about a month ago. We come here and it was shut due to bad weather. Luckily we're able to get on Turbo, which you can see behind me now, but that's closed today, so it's a good job we did come a month ago, otherwise we would still be missing the cred and have to come back again anyway. So Crazy Mouse is open, we're going to go and give that a go. I'll film some off-ride of it, but it's quite busy on here, so it looks like everything's going to be open, so you should hopefully get a few more rides in, because when we come a few months ago, nothing was really open, which was a shame. But yeah, let's go and get on some rides. As you see, when you come onto park, you have to get a wristband, or I think you can pay for tokens or something as well. But you can get a Super Saver wristband for £32, which will get you rides all day on park, and a kids one's are 26. So pretty good pricing, really. If not, like I said, that's the prices of all the rides individually. So let's go and have a look around, see what we can get on. So Turbo has actually just been tested, which is good to see. So hopefully that is going to open soon. We might give that a bit of a re-ride. But the main ride we're here for is the Crazy Mouse, which at £6 a person, it's not too bad, but it is quite expensive, I guess. But this is the main cred we need still. So let's go and get on it. So, as I said at the beginning of the Brighton video, it was very busy, and I didn't really want to film a lot there as well, because we were in a bit of a rush just to try and get the cred and walk around very quickly. But, it's a very enjoyable little pier. I very much enjoy it. But now's really where the actual vlog starts on the Sunday. So, we're starting at Harbour Park. We're going across to another little park. I can't remember what it's called, but then we're going to Hayling Island, and then we're going to Kidz Island, I think it was called, or Kidz Pier or something, towards Portsmouth, and then we're ending on Clarence Pier. So, enjoy the vlog. I probably won't see you until the end now, because I think I maybe forgot to film an outro as well. So we'll see. But if not, enjoy. So there was some footage there from Brighton where, like I say, when we came last month and the weather was pretty bad, luckily we did get onto the Turbo cred, which was shut yesterday the whole time we were there. And obviously yesterday we got to do the Crazy Mouse, which was great. But I'm just going to show you now at Harbour Park. When you come in, you get all these little different ticket machines, which is where you can self-service to get however many tickets you want. There was a few more over there, which is by the cred for this park, which is why we're here mainly. And over there they've got all the prices for tickets and everything, and how much each ride costs for tickets. So when we get over that way, I'll show you that as well. But we're just having a little walk around so far, because we're here about 5 minutes before everything opens. They've got like a quite nice little themed castle over here. It's pretty cool. They've got a log flume, which we're thinking about maybe going on, but it literally just does look like it's in a circle, which is but yeah, the coaster looks pretty cool. So when we get into that, we're going to give it a little go. So we've just been into the little gift shop, which was open before the rides have opened, and we weren't expecting it, but we've actually got some Harbour Park maps which we've just picked up. So let's have like a little touch thing of the mascot, which is I guess like some kind of sandcastle, and then also a looking at as well. And that only comes to like £9.50 for both of these in total. So for theme park, very well priced. So I think we're going to go over here now, which you can see Kate doing. And we're going to get some tickets. Also, like I say, Kate and Archie are also in the vlog with us today as well. So looking on here, you can buy individual tickets for £3 a ticket. And also you can buy 10 tickets for £23, which gives you a saving of £7. So yeah, I think we might maybe just get the bulk one, because we're probably going to try and split. Probably will use like 3 tickets each for some stuff here maybe. So but yeah, let's go and have a look around the rides. So we've just bought the 10 tickets for £23.
10 tickets.
You can see we got 10 tickets here. So we're going to go get on some rides now, because they look like they're all testing. So as you can see behind Archie here, the log flume is starting to test, which is good. And also, of course, what we're here for, the cred is starting to go round. I actually really like the ride cars for this. So, you know, it's a pretty basic little coaster, but I think most of the ones we're getting on this weekend are. But it was like a bit of fun, which is what we're here for, really. You know, we just wanted to have a bit of a fun weekend, something different than just going to Legoland and Chesterton before. So, yeah, let's go and get on some rides. So it's time to get the first cred of the day, which are going to come and let us on now from the looks of it. It's Ocean Coaster, so let's get on and get the creds. So we're on Ocean Coaster, as you can see. Archie has occupied the front row. We've just done our first lap. We're going for lap 2. Yeah, it's a fun little ride. We're really enjoying it. So I'll get some off-ride in a second once we get off. So there's some more people in the queue now, so it should go round again. As you can see behind me, we've just come off of Ocean Coaster, which you would have just seen some footage off-ride of as well. I'm going to say it, for a little family ride like that kind of size, well, that was actually very good fun. We got 3 laps on it, 3 I think it was. But yeah, very good fun. Like I say, it wasn't intense or anything obviously, but you know, it's quite a cool like little, in the middle when you go over like the top of the track, it's got like little bunny hills almost, which was quite fun to go over. But I think we're going to have now a look around the rest of the park and see what else there is to offer. Because actually, it's a lot bigger here than what I thought it was. I thought it was like 5 or 6 different rides, but there is a good few. So yeah, I think we're in for a fun, good morning today. And then later on, we're going to be heading like towards Hayling Island and also over to Clarence Pier as well. What did you think of the Ocean Coaster?
It was actually really good, quite whippy.
Yeah, we quite enjoyed it. It was quite good fun. Like I said, I've definitely been on worse family coasters for sure. But yeah, it was very fun. So we've had a bit of a stinker already. We just went over to go on the little slides I showed you earlier. Because, you know, it looked a little bit of fun just to race each other. And it's under 16s only, so we were turned away from going on there, unfortunately. But, you know, it's the rules, I guess. So I think I'm going to go and have a go on the Dodgems now, which is right next to me here. Just going to go and give these a go. So we just had our little ride there on the Dodgems, which was quite good fun. It was only the 3 of us on there, unfortunately, so it wasn't too chaotic, shall we say. But yeah, at this park as well, you've got over here, you've got the waltzers, you've got like a chain swing here as well. And also you've got a little drop tower over here, which looks quite new to be honest. It doesn't look too old, so maybe that's a newer addition to the park. I'm not really sure. Again, before we come on this trip, we didn't really look into anything too much. We just kind of had a look and saw what places had creds to come and get. And we're like, everything else will just kind of leave us a surprise. But yeah, it's quite a fun little park. They've got quite a lot, like I say, but just behind the Dodgers over there, you might be able to see they've got like a little Kidz like vehicle ride. I don't really know what they're called, but it looks quite fun as well. And of course, yeah, I've got the water chute, which is the water ride, which we're considering giving a go at the moment. We don't know, because it isn't too warm just yet. And also there's a couple of water things we want to try and get on later on, which we've seen at one of the other parks we're going to. But yeah, like I say, we've got another ticket to use each up yet, so we're going to try and find something else to do now. So also what they've got here as well, they've got a little Sharksville Adventure Golf, which we're going to go and have a look around at now. We might go and give it a go, depending on what the prices are. Another thing that's quite nice on the adventure golf course is the view over the sea. Like I say, this really is right on the coast, as close as you can get really. So yeah, what a nice view. And of course behind me, as I just said, we've got the adventure golf course, which looks like we need to go to a shed to go and see if we can do it or not. We're hoping we can use our tickets for it, but if not, we'll probably give it a miss, but we'll see. But yeah, looks like a fun little adventure golf course. Like I say, and on the adventure golf course you can see, next to Archie, they've got a giant shark as well. So like I say, they've got some good theming. And oh, looks like we're getting a ridey back up here at the moment on the water fluke. So yeah, guess that's going on to good job maybe we didn't go on that. But yeah, let's give adventure golf a go now. So it was actually £4.50 to do the mini golf, but if you go into the park and get a ticket, which is only like £2.60 a ticket or something, I think it is, or £3 a ticket, you get to come and do it anyway. So like I say, if you're going to come here and do it, make sure you go down and get your tickets down there and then come up and pay for it, rather than paying £4.50 separately, because you'll save some money. So let's do some mini golf. So you had our go, but now it's time for Archie on the first hole. And he's ended up by cake, so I'm definitely closest so far, but we still got 8 holes to go.
I'm not going before. I'm not going before.
I thought the wind was going to happen.
That was diabolical.
Charlie's going. Oh! Do you know what? That was actually pretty good. Robbed. What was that, 3?
We'll take a 3. We'll take a 3. It's only better than what the heat does right now.
He's gonna miss. Oh! You got it.
There you go, it's set up.
Not on the camera. Not on the camera. Oh! Score! That's actually pretty good. That was good! Oh, that was bad. Oh, okay, that was...
That's a plus 1 drop.
That's how it bounce, that
That's
is.
a plus 1 drop.
Oh, that was good. Oh, that's so impressive.
So we have now made it to the final hole. Let's see if Kate can get this in for a 2. Nowhere near. So we've just finished mini golf. Unbearably, Archie won, so I'm sure that's all we're going to hear about now the whole entire day we're on this trip, unfortunately. But it was a good little game of mini golf. You know, it's a very cool little course. But so far, we're having a really good day here actually at the moment. Like I say, I think that's all the rides we're going to go on now, done. And like I say, all the different things we're going to go and check out. So I'll probably now pick up the vlog next when we're at the car, heading to our next destination and for our next cred. So as you can now see behind me, we are leaving, I can't remember what it's now even called, Harbour Park, that's what it's called. Let's say we're obviously adults, so it's, you know, it's not really our demographic of something to do, but we needed to just come and get the creds because we want to get the creds up before we go to France in November. But I think I'm probably going to hit 100 before that. I was planning on hopefully hitting my 100 when we go to Park Asterix on Tutatis, or in fact I can go to plan hitting my 100th on Big Thunder at Disneyland, but it's looking like I'm going to hit my 100th when we maybe take a trip to Flamingo Land in October. So I think there's only one ride there ready to take us my 100th, and of course, best ride in the UK, Hero. So That's hopefully going to be the goal now, is to hit 100 when I'm in Flamingo Land. So yeah, Harbour Park, really good little family park. Like, if you come as a family, I can see you probably spend like a good 2 or 3 hours there, to be honest. But I'd say even as adults, we've just been there for just over an hour now. So we had a good time. But now it's time to head to the next park to get on the Big Apple. So, as you can now see, it's been about an hour or so since I last picked up the camera. So it's taken us about, actually no, probably about 45 minutes. It's taken about 45 minutes to get from, I can't remember what was the name of where we went just a minute ago? Harbour Park. One day I'm going to remember the name of that place, but Harbour Park. And now we've ended up at Westlands Funfair, which is on a caravan park down in Chelsea. So I said we arrived here, and it looks like we were like, oh, it's on the caravan park. We can be allowed to go on, which is weird to reception. If you go in there, they give you a little code to get through the gate onto the caravan park. And then we just went to park just over here, and the Funfair's right here. So yeah, there's one cred here as well, which we're looking to get on. The price in here, I think it says somewhere it's £15 for an unlimited wristband, which, yeah, here we go. It says it right here. I honestly don't think that's too bad. Like I said, if you're down here on holiday, and again, there's quite a lot of rides there from the looks of it, and you've got kids, I think that's a pretty fair price. So yeah, like I say, I think for us, so we're just going to get the cred and we're probably going to head out. But yeah, I'll get some footage of some of the different rides. Like I say, they got a sizzler from the looks of it. They've got the coaster cred, which is called the Big Apple. And yeah, they've got a few other different bits. But yeah, let's get on it. So the music is really loud, but we've just got our ticket. It was £3 a ticket, which I don't think is too bad really. So we've all got one each, there's £9 in total. And now we're going to head on over to the cred, which you can see going around. So we've just been stood at the Big Apple. We haven't queued up to go on it yet. We've just been watching from the outside. There's currently a train going around, you can probably hear. I didn't realise this, but it's basically exactly the same coaster as what we've just done over for the ocean coaster at the last park. So we enjoyed that coaster, and then this one's got a massive apple you can go through, which you're going to see in a minute on the footage. But looks like it could be fun, so let's go and get on the Big Apple. I'll put in some footage now of what it looks like, and then I'll film a little bit around the park, but I don't think we're going to stay here for very long. So we're just waiting to go on the Big Apple because there's not really enough people here to operate all the rides. So the guys had to leave the Big Apple, which he's operating the waltzes over here now, and he's going to come back and operate the roller coaster for us. So we don't really mind. It's only going to be like a 3 or 4 minute wait, is what it is. But yeah, like you say, I guess if you're coming down here and you're on holiday kind of thing, then come and give it a visit. But you know, it's not the greatest park I've ever been to. Like I say, definitely compared to the offerings which are at for example, Brighton Pier, and from what I've seen at Clarence Pier in Portsmouth, they're definitely like the kind of places you probably travel to go to for like these kind of things. But yeah, this one reminds me very much of like a travelling fun fair kind of thing. But you know, if you like that kind of thing, come down here and give this a go as well, I guess. But yeah, we're going to get on the Big Apple, which you can see just here. So, from as you can see behind me, we have now just exited West Sands Funfair. Like I said earlier in the vlog, if you're down here on holiday, then you know, come and check it out, it's pretty fun, but it's probably not worth the travel down, to be honest. We just did it because it's kind of on our route across to Portsmouth, and we're just trying to get all the creds going along. It's pretty fun. Like I said, I put in a little bit of footage of the Big Apple coaster. It's only going around like every 10 minutes or so, because they've got like one guy operating 3 different rides on each thing. So yeah, that's why we had to wait for a while. But it is what it is. But we enjoyed it. We're just going to go to a shop now to go and get a drink. But after that, we're going to Hayling Island for the first time, which we've had quite a lot of people say is quite good. So yeah, we're going to give that a go. I'll probably try and pick up the camera probably now when we get there. But Big Apple, you know, it is exactly the same as Ocean Coaster, but you get to go for an apple, so I guess you can say it was slightly preferred. But yeah, good fun. So, we've now made it to our 3rd stop of the trip today. Technically 4 for the whole trip if you conclude yesterday. But we've made it to Funland. And as you can see just here, actually there are 2 creds here. We've got the Funland mining co train, and I think it's called Spinosaurus, the other one. But yeah, but actually, let's go for some decent rides here. This is the most anticipated part that we're going to for me personally, as I've seen some videos before. But yeah, let's go and get into Funland. So we've now made it to Hayling Island Funland, which actually is a decently sized park, to be honest. We've just got a bag of tokens, which is 36 for 20 quid, which isn't too bad. The main rides are about 3 tokens each, so we're looking probably going to get about 4 rides here, which isn't too bad. But yeah, our first thing we're going to get on is, I think it's called Twistosaurus or something. It's like quite a fun little coaster. So yeah, let's get on this and give it a go. It's got some cool little theming pieces down here as well. But yeah, doesn't look too bad if you ask me. So we're on our first ride, Spinosaurus, which looks like it's going to be fun. So let's get on it and give it a go. So, as you can see behind me, we have just been on Spinosaurus. I called it Twistosaurus earlier, but it's Spinosaurus, which is actually rather enjoyable. For a little family coaster, it's not very big, but all of us actually said it's quite good. Me and Kate were sat on one cart, and Archie was sat on the one next to us. And I think because me and Kate obviously had to wait on one side of it, we actually spanned loads on it, which was really good fun. Like I say, it's £3 a ride. 3 tokens per ride. So, like I say, 12 tokens is £10. Like I say, it was like £2.50. So that's actually the cheapest coaster we've been on so far today. And it was by far the best. So like I say, for value for money for this place, it's actually really good. And you can get an all-day wristband for £22, which we didn't really want to do that each, because there's only 3 or 4 cars we want to get on. But it's the same again as what I've said at the other places. It's obviously a family park, and if you come as a family, their prices are actually really good for it. So yeah, we're going to get some footage now of Spinosaurus, and then we're going to go over to the mine train, I think. I didn't film it, but we've just had a ride on Jungle Splash, which, you know, I've heard before apparently it was like a horror themed thing or something before, but yeah, you actually get quite wet on it, but we're about to see these all come down the drop here. But also it's quite well themed now they've done a jungle theme on it. I think this is quite new. I might be wrong though, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. For like I say, like a little cred like that, it was quite fun. Like I say, as you can see from my hair, I'm pretty wet, but we're now going to go and get on the main cred here for us personally, I think, which is the Mine Train roller coaster, which looks very good fun. It's got a bit of a queue, so we're going to have to wait a little bit, I think, but it looks very fun, so let's go on and give it a go. So we just come off our ride on Mine Train, which you would have just seen some footage of it there. It was actually a very fun little ride. We really enjoyed it. To be honest, this has definitely probably been my favourite park we visited so far on this trip, including Brighton Pier, to be honest. It's got a couple of really good coasters as well. Actually, to be fair, Brighton Pier has got 2 really good coasters as well. I think they're pretty much on par with each other. But as of the ones we've gone through today, definitely Hayling Island so far has impressed us the most. We've really enjoyed it. We've been here for about an hour or so already now. Like I said, we've got one more ride we're going to use. I think maybe we might go and do Spinosaurus again, because we've all really enjoyed doing that one. But yeah, it really is a great little park, which I actually would recommend coming down to visit. And like I say, you could probably spend a day here, and if it's a nice sunny day, go along the beach and everything like that too. Unfortunately, the weather isn't looking too great, as you can see behind me now. So the wind's starting to pick up, so it's not too warm now. But yeah, definitely come down to Hayling Island and check this place out. It is really cool. But yeah, we're going to go and get on another ride. So, like I said, we've just gone for a second ride on Spinosaurus because we did quite enjoy that ride. Like I said, they've got quite a few attractions here. They've got a Theatre of Screams, which isn't open today, unfortunately. But I don't know, they might do a Halloween event here, maybe. If you know they do, and let me know below. But I'm gonna have a look into it. We might come back at Halloween, so it's not too far from home for us for this. So they got like a little safari ride, they got a balloon ride over here, carousel. I think they had waltzes over there or something. They've got a Miami, which is called Wave Beach over there as well. But they've got a good selection of rides, and they've got a really big arcade. And so they've got like a pretty good, pretty well priced diner as well. And they've got a fish and chip shop and donut bar just over there too. But yeah, this really is a good little park, so I would recommend coming down here to check it out. So we are now on our way out of Funland Hayling Island, which we actually really all thoroughly enjoyed. Like I said, we probably spent about £7.50 each, so we went for 36 tokens for £20, which isn't too bad really. And then also it's about £5 a park, I think it was, but you do get given a £2 voucher off of us. It's only really £3, so it costs us 23 quid for all three of us to go on. Spinosaurus twice, Funland Mining Co once, and also the Splash, whatever the little water ride was called. So yeah, we really enjoyed it. But now it's time to head back towards Portsmouth, where we're going to be heading to our final 2 piers. So we've now made it to our 4th stop of the day, which is South Parade Pier, down towards Portsmouth way. The parking here isn't great, I'll be honest. We just spent like about 10 or 15 minutes just driving around trying to find a space, but we finally got one. So I think it's got 1 cred here for us to get on, which is another like little caterpillar coaster. But you know, you have to get the creds up. So looks like we've got a few other rides as well, so we're going to have a look around and see what we think. But excited to get down to it, and then after this will be the final one of the day, which will be Clarence Pier, where we got 3 creds. So we are now walking back to the car from I can't remember what the pier was called now, but whatever the pier was called here. It was pretty good fun. You know, there's another little caterpillar car. That's our 3rd one of the day, which is exactly the same. I guess the standout for that one is it probably had my favourite trains out of them, because they're actually painted up nicely. The last 2 we went on, the trains were a little bit old, I guess you could say. Like, so they looked like they're old. Whereas that one looked like the trains were pretty new, because they kept on. It looks like they just painted them recently, which was good to see. But, yeah. There we go. It was pretty good. We enjoyed it. Like I say, that literally was. We were on a pier for about 5 minutes there. I literally just filmed some footage, and it was really windy, so I couldn't really talk on the pier too much. But it was good. Now we're going to head over to Clarence Pier, where we've got 3 creds over there now. So let's go and get over there and get on them. So we've now made it to Clarence Pier, where we've got 3 different creds to get on. So we're going to go and get some tokens, which I've got the prices here, which I'll show you now. So we've just paid £25 for 50 credits, which each ride's about 4 or 5. So we should get on everything we want to with that. But our first ride is going to be Tidal Wave for this park. So let's go and get on this. So we have made it onto, I can't remember what it's called.
Tidal Wave.
Tidal Wave, but not 4-part Tidal Wave. This is a roller coaster Tidal Wave, but it's a spinning coaster, so this looks like it's going to be quite fun. So I'll get some footage off-road in a second and put it in now. There was some footage actually on the ride there. That was really painful. That was the drop on that was really intense. It did drag you down. We did go back row, which probably didn't help, but it was quite enjoyable. It was a very fun little ride, so can't complain too much. As you can see, someone did forget to film an outro, so here I am. Just basically a little overview of it. So like I say, Brighton Pier, where you've got Crazy Mouse and Turbo, both very fun coasters. Like, so what you got to understand is when you come to these places, they're not going to be as good as when you go to places like Thorpe and Towers and Chessington and those kind of things, but you've just got to take the creds as what they are, you know. They haven't got anywhere near as much of a budget, so just enjoy the rides whilst you're on them, you know. Don't complain about them. It is what it is. But Brighton Pier, we very much enjoyed both creds. Even the haunted house there, they've recently done some work on it, I saw on Instagram, so it was very well painted up and everything. So we really enjoyed our little trip there on the Saturday. Harbour Park, again, not been there before, and it was actually a lot better than what we expected. I was expecting just like five or six little rides, and that was going to be about it. But like I said, they had the mini golf course you saw us playing on. The cred was quite fun, and they had a few different flat rides there as well, if you like those kind of things too. West Sands Funfair was a little bit different. It was very compact into one area, and that's probably the only one that I'd recommend not going out of your way to visit in a way. We didn't really enjoy it there that much. Like I say, it seemed like we didn't really have enough staff. The staff didn't really seem to care too much about the customer experience either. Just with the way they were talking when there was kids around and stuff, it was a bit like, oh, maybe you shouldn't be saying that, but we enjoyed it. It was okay. Like I say, the cred was done. We're probably never going to go back there again now, so it is what it is. But next was Hayling Island, and I'm going to say it, I think that was my favourite park of the trip. It was very good fun. Like I say, both creds very good, especially the Runaway Mine Train. Very much enjoyed that. Probably my favourite coaster of the trip. If not that, maybe the Mad Mouse, which was at Clarence Pier, which I'll get to in a minute. But yeah, Hayling Island, very good. Like I say, food prices are very good. We thought ticket prices for ride or token prices were very good as well, and prices of wristbands and everything. So definitely, if you have little ones especially, definitely go there if you're going to go to a little park like that. Very good fun. And then the piers both at Portsmouth, like I said, the Kidz Island one, it looks like they're doing some investments to it, because it looked like it had a couple of newer rides, but it definitely needs a bit more there to be able to draw people there for a day kind of thing, because they only had about 7 rides there or something, which wasn't brilliant. But again, it looks like it's an up and coming pier, so hopefully one day it can reach to the same kind of area as what Clarence Pier has, which I'm getting onto now. Which again, we very much enjoyed. Like I said, we were able to meet our friends there, Luke and Emily, as you probably saw in the video. And all 5 of us had a very good day. Like I say, the prices there as well. Like I say, the tokens are quite expensive, but if you go as a group, so I say me, Kate and Archie was splitting all the prices for everything. We paid £25 for 50 tokens, which we thought was a very good price. But if the issue is, if you're paying by the pound for tokens, it is very pricey there, so you definitely need to keep an eye out for the deals. But the coasters are very good fun. Like I said, the Ocean Coaster, or no, sorry, Tidal Wave it was called. That was an experience. That was very painful, but it was fun. It was just very unexpected. That second drop is really quick, and it's quite intense actually for such a small drop. And of course, you have the Runaway Train, which we've done. They seem to be everywhere nowadays. You know, I've done like, I think that's like my 6th one now or something. So, but definitely my highlight of that was the Mad Mouse. Very good fun. As I've never had to go in a restraint before, where you almost have to have a seatbelt going over your shoulders, which clips in between your legs, and then a restraint as well. But yeah, it was very good fun. We enjoyed it. We had a very good day. Like I say, it was very good for creds as well, ready for our trip to France, which I'll be vlogs for soon as well. Well, I say soon, it'll be in November, which when we're going. But between now and then, we've got Blackpool, we've got hopefully Flamingo Land, and of course we've got Halloween, where we're looking like we're going to be going to, of course, Fright Night, Scarefest. And at the moment, we have Doncaster Fear lined up for the first time. And of course, we have Tully's lined up as well. And we're trying to have a look at going to Fear at Avon Valley, Dr. Fright's, and many others as well, to be honest. So we want to go and give Hitchinbrook House a go, because that looks insane. But it's just trying to find the time to do it in October. We're going to try our best, and we'll try and cover as much as we can. But yeah, make sure you stay tuned to the channel, and make sure you subscribe for when these videos all come up. And thank you very much for watching.